Yeah.
We can't wait to welcome you back. Across all of our cities, we have a thorough plan in place to welcome you back to market. Our Together Safely plan includes measures vetted by our epidemiologists to create safer markets. These include a health checkpoint upon arrival, the mandatory wearing of masks, and social distancing measures while on our campuses. Pre-registration and attendance sessions help us manage traffic and maintain safe distancing. Virtual events and market websites help you connect, learn, stay inspired, and prepare for an efficient market. Our online sourcing tools help you find resources and products before, during, and after markets. We welcome you back to market and hope to see you soon in Atlanta, High Point, or Las Vegas.
Hello all and welcome. My name is Sarah Schutz, Director of Buyer Services for Las Vegas Market, and we're thrilled to welcome you today for Market Reorientation, Prep for Productivity. Whether you've been here before or it's your first time ever, it's going to look a lot different. Like you, we've made adjustments to our business, and today we will walk you through what measures we've taken to help keep you safe and healthy during your visit here. And we just really look forward to welcoming you to market in a few short weeks. You are welcome to reach me and my team at buyers@imcenters.com with your questions. Or you are certainly welcome to reach us using the question and answer feature here in Zoom. We'll address your questions at the end of the session, and thank you again for being here today. With that, I'll turn it over to my colleague, Renee Loper-Boyd, our Vice President of Marketing, to talk about the different measures that we've put in place for TogetherSafely.com. Renee?
Thanks, Sarah. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We are so excited to welcome you back to market. And just to reiterate, summer market is indeed on. Our show dates are August 30th through September 3rd. That's about a month after our originally planned dates, but we can't wait to welcome you back to campus during that time. Our summer market will present permanent showrooms only this summer. So our temporaries that were planned for the Expo Center as well as B2 will not be physically present at market, but they will be accessible online only through our exhibitor directory. So we encourage you to check out those temporary exhibitors online. This summer, we are asking that everyone pre-registers for market. That allows us to better plan our traffic and flow over the course of market. It also allows us to issue you a digital badge so that we can minimize the physical contact when you're arriving to campus. Buyers can choose from one of two sessions this summer. Session A runs August 30th through September 1st. That's Sunday through Tuesday. And session B is September 1st through September 3rd, Tuesday through Thursday. If these don't perfectly align with your travel plans or your schedule, that is not a problem. Just let us know. We can deal with exceptions to this, and we just ask that you either call or email us. That contact info is on the screen so that we can make a note of that. These session dates apply only to buyers. They do not apply to exhibitors or reps. And in fact, if you are an exhibitor tuning in, we will have an exhibitor webinar tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 o'clock Eastern, going over details for market, especially for exhibitors. So check your weekly email for that. If you need information for that, you can just let us know in the chat box here in Zoom. So again, market dates, August 30th through September 3rd. Buyers can pre-register for either of those two sessions. We can accommodate exceptions. And arrival time. So we're asking that exhibitors arrive between 7 and 8:30 a.m. to be able to get you in through our check-in and up through the buildings prior to when buyers arrive. Buyers, you should plan to arrive after 9 a.m. And then there below, you can see our permanent showroom hours. Permanent showrooms are open till 6 p.m. all days except for Thursday, the last day. The building closes at 4 p.m. All right, so now just a recap of some of our Together Safely protocols during this COVID time. So basically it comes down to these four measures that you'll see, and you'll be reminded about this throughout your stay at campus. You can find all of this information and even more details on our website at togethersafely.com. So while you're on campus, make sure that you're wearing a mask while you're in the buildings, and if you're arriving on one of our shuttles. You should practice social distancing while you're on campus and as you're moving around the buildings and in the showrooms. We'll do temperature checks every morning when you arrive. And we encourage you to wash your hands frequently or use hand sanitizer that you'll find around. So here's a little bit of a look at what it might look like when you arrive. These are some photos from our Atlanta apparel market back in June, but you'll see signage throughout encouraging one-way traffic and distancing when you arrive. So again, like I mentioned before, we'll have digital badges this market. So instead of you receiving going in and receiving a printed badge when you arrive, it'll all be found in your email or a text message a little bit later this month. So again, if you need any special arrangements, feel free to contact our registration staff at the contact info shown there. Buyers will get their digital badges by email or text on August 29th. Exhibitors and reps a few days earlier on August 24th. You can also access your digital badge through our Las Vegas Market app, as well as the Express Reg portal that you registered for market through, and that's for buyers. And again, we encourage buyers to arrive after 9 a.m. So all of this info, again, it can be found on togethersafely.com. So when you arrive, you'll actually be arriving and entering campus through our new EXPO Center. So you might remember this was under construction over the past year. Well, the building is done, it's complete, it looks fabulous. And we are excited to be able to use it this market. Unfortunately, it won't house our temporaries like we had hoped, but we will be using it for our arrival process this market. So everyone entering market, whether you're arriving through the shuttles, you can see there in the diagram where the shuttle buses will arrive, taxis, Uber and Lyft, or if you're parking yourself in our garage or lot, you will head to the EXPO Center, and there you'll get your temperature checked, your badge scanned, and you'll be on your way to market. So the temperature screening, when you get inside the expo, again, we'll do temperature, badge scan, and a PPE check. So we're asking that everyone please wear a CDC approved face covering, such as a mask or a face shield if you have a medical exception. So that needs to be worn when you enter, as well as when you are on campus at all times. The only exception is if you're eating or drinking, at which time we ask that you be socially distant. So everyone each day will go through this checkpoint where we check your temperature, we check your badge, we scan your badge, and we'll give you and check for a mask, and we'll give you a color-coded wristband for that day. So to also ensure and uphold our distance and occupancy guidelines, you'll see the sign posted throughout campus. So we'll be posting them outside of showrooms, and each showroom can get their occupancy number from their tenant relations manager. So you'll be able to see this and know kind of what the occupancy guidelines are for that space, as well as for elevators. So you see there on the left an example of that. So whether you're in the elevator, in showrooms, or walking around, we do ask that you uphold these distancing guidelines for your safety. In addition to that, we also suggest that you do make appointments with showrooms. Again, it helps the showroom plan their occupancy as well. All right, so frequent sanitation, we probably all are used to these things by now, but you know, we'll have plenty of hand sanitizer stations around campus. We, IMC, will be doing very thorough nightly and daily cleaning of our high touch areas and all of campus, and we'll do increased frequency of those high touch cleaning areas throughout the day. When you arrive, buyers will be given a PPE kit similar to what you see there on the left. It'll have a disposable mask, a small container of hand sanitizer, and a card outlining our safety protocols. So you'll have some sanitizer on you, and then throughout campus, you'll see sanitizer stations, and we encourage you to use those often. All right, so this is just a recap of what that arrival experience at Las Vegas Market will be like. Thanks.
Thank you, Renee. And I am back to, now that we've established how it is that we'll be keeping you safe, hopefully you feel secure and comfortable. Now let's get you acclimated to what sorts of resources to come and explore at Market. Here is our stack plan that I think is one of the most useful reference tools that you'll see around Market. It's also available on our website. A quick reference to show based on what category of products you're looking for, what floor and what building to start first. You'll notice that the right is our Expo Center. How Renee said this market will be used for services like registration, temperature checks, some business services, as well as food locations. And we're so looking forward to when things normalize that this will be the home of our gift and home temporary exhibitors. It's 315,000 square feet. It will be able to accommodate up to 1,000 booths. And so we just really keep you encouraged to keep an eye out for news and happenings coming for our Expo Center. And you'll also take note of the gray arrows on this schematic, and those are our sky bridges. So you'll definitely want to utilize those that you, for example, if you're at the top floor of building C, but have a meeting in the middle of building B, that you aren't, it's not necessary to travel all the way down across the courtyard and navigate your way back up. That instead you'll be able to simply take those sky bridges across to save you steps, save you time. And also we very much encourage you use escalators during Market. The elevators get pretty crowded as it is during Market, but especially now with the elevator capacities that Renee had mentioned, even more important than ever. Utilize those escalators and sky bridges to cover a lot more ground in a lot less time. I would also encourage you to connect on your arrival to our dedicated complimentary free Wi-Fi network. The network name you'll look for is IMC-Internet. And this way you can stay connected to business that's happening back home and also have at your fingertips resources and reference for what's happening around Market. I would also encourage that you bring your phone charger along this Market. Because there will be digital badges, showrooms will be scanning your digital badge when you enter the showroom. And so that could potentially drain your phone battery, that you'd want to be sure to have your phone charger along when you come to visit. The other reason that you'd want to be sure to have our free Wi-Fi connected is our Las Vegas Market app. Download it in advance from the Apple App Store or Google Play. And that way, once you are at Market, you're able to reference all of the resources, again, right at your fingertips. Another big advantage of either our online directory or our app is that in our big printed directory, product categories aren't located there. So for example, if you wanted to search for toys or gourmet or candles, product categories can only be found on the app or in the online exhibitor directory. And the online exhibitor directory is also a really great tool because there are loads of filters to help you narrow down not only by product category what types of resources you are looking for, but also by category, style, price point, market location, and whether the resources or the showrooms are designer friendly, among other filters. So you'll definitely want to download that resource. That's the broad overview where to start. Now let's take a little bit deeper of a dive. What types of products you're shopping for, where it is that you'll find them. Here is where to find furniture and bedding resources. You'll see you have your work cut out for you across all 3 buildings. We are honored to be the West's only major home furnishings market and the largest mattress market. So it was just 15 short years ago that Building A opened, that it was our first market ever. So this summer, 2020 Las Vegas market marks our 15th anniversary. It's really encouraging and exciting to see how far it is that we've come. And for home decor resources, again, across all of our buildings. And have any of you attended High Point or Atlanta markets? So IMC was formed in 2011 when the 13 High Point properties and our campus here, World Market Center, Las Vegas, were combined. Then it was just a couple short years ago that IMC also acquired America's Mart and ADAC, Atlanta Decorative Arts Center. So we hope you will eventually visit us across all of our properties. In the 3 cities in which we operate, we are really proud to manage nearly 20 million square feet of world-class exhibit space. And for gift product, that can primarily be found in Building C, and once it's ready for next market, our temporary exhibitors in the Expo Center. Also, you'll want to keep in mind that one of the big benefits of Las Vegas market is cross-category shopping across furniture, home, and gift products. So even though I'm giving you these sort of places to start, you'll definitely want to keep in mind that there are these types of products located, in different showrooms across all of the buildings. Something else to keep in mind is that Building C, which just opened in July 2008, the square footage of Building C is close to the square footage of Buildings A and B combined. So you'll want to manage your shopping time accordingly so you don't run out of time to see all of the wonderful resources that you're hoping to scout while you're here. And then to direct your attention to a couple special floors. The first one is the first floor of Building C with tabletop, home decor, and gift resources. This floor in particular is a curated cross-category collection of fashion-forward resources. So it's a really great spot, even if you don't necessarily carry those types of products. It's a really great floor to walk through for trend spotting, high-end, whether it's textures, colors, materials, designs. It's a really inspirational type floor to see what direction our industry is trending. I'd also call your attention to Salon West, which is the 5th floor of Building C. And again, it's better end brands, a little higher price point for that type of customer, but that again, it's a juried selection, high end, and these are home decor resources. Again, on the 5th floor of Building C. Now that I've acclimated you to some of the products and where they're located at market, let's turn our attention to some of the resources to help you maximize a productive visit while you're here. Again, I'd encourage you to download the app. One major change this market in the interest of your health and safety is in the interest of physical distancing. We won't be hosting education, events, networking this summer market only. And so we certainly understand that, that's one of the biggest benefits of attending market is connecting with one another, learning from one another, that we would hope that buyers would become re-inspired and re-engaged with their business. So although none of that will be taking place on site this market, we do have these resources available and they're happening virtually. You're attending one right now as we speak. And so there are a load of webinars online for virtual learning. Some of those include free CEU credit. you can go to the website listed here, lvmkt.com/webinars, that you're able to RSVP for lifetime events that are happening in the future. For example, here are a couple events, diversity and housewares, that are happening yet this week, that you're of course welcome to watch them in real time. Or there's also a link there for pre-recorded sessions. There's an entire library that we encourage you to watch and learn as it's convenient for you in your schedule. And next, one of our signature programs is our First Look Trend Spotting program, where our editor, Julie, calls out the top trends that she's seeing happening in our industry. And as you can see from some of the trends that she's spotted here, gather together, bakes and bites, screen time. It's just very timely and relevant information for what's happening with consumers and in their lives. And here she's gone through and selected the products that really speak to what it is that's happening in your and your customers' lives. There are several ways to access this information. I'd start with the link that I've posted here, First Look on our Las Vegas Market website. There are a couple different webinars. One is home furnishings. That one already occurred. So that's where you would go to the webinar library that's listed on our website that you can play back the First Look Home Furnishings webinar. Or if you're interested for gift, housewares, textiles, tabletop, that First Look webinar will be presented this coming Wednesday afternoon. So again, go to that same webinar's dedicated webpage, and there you'll be able to RSVP for the session that takes place this Wednesday. And also, using this web link, you'll be able to access a flip book that you'll be able to physically turn the pages and look through her rationalizations for why she sees these trends as being established, and the products that she sees really fitting into them. So again, there's that flip book that you're able to page through and experience it that way, or again, through the webinars. And show specials. Who doesn't love a good deal? And this is the place for it, because many of our showrooms offer specials that are only available during market. So whether that's dating, freight, buy some, get some, discounts, these market-only specials are located here on our website. They are also on our app, or as you're working with a rep and placing an order, certainly ask that sales rep what offers and specials might be available. By all means, these types of deals, help justify your market expense. They can build in margin for more prosperous, profitable product, and ultimately help contribute to your bottom line. One of the most important tools is our MRG, our Market Resource Guide, which is our full building directory. That is the cover of the print directory that you'll be able to pick up at market. You can also experience it online with our exhibitor directory. This tool can certainly help you plan in advance, to explore the thousands of brands, to help you ascertain which showrooms you'll visit. I would call your attention that we anticipate about half of our showrooms will be open and available during market. And so you'll want to utilize this link to be able to see which showrooms those are. Also, any moment now, this will be fully integrated to our online exhibitor directory, that there will be filters on the exhibitor directory that the showroom has confirmed they will be open during market, or that they are digital only, online only during market. So be on the lookout for those filters on our exhibitor directory any minute now. And in the meantime, to use this web link for a fully refreshed list of open showrooms. And we'd also very much encourage, for these reasons, that you make appointments in advance. That way you're able to definitely see the resources that you hope to shop at market. And also it will help the showrooms with planning their own physical distancing and traffic flows. Also on our exhibitor directory, although this market there will not be temporary exhibitors, the temporary exhibitors that were confirmed the several weeks ago when it was announced that that component wouldn't be preceding this market, those temporary exhibitors are listed here in the online directory. And finally, whether it is digital or print, there's plenty of ways to access what products and resources are available at market. The MRG book, the Big Building Directory, will be available as a flip book online that you can actually page through the traditional paper building directory, but in a digital format. And also our preview guide. If you haven't received that by mail, that is up and available on our website to preview what it is to anticipate around market, what's new, hot, exciting, trending. So our preview guide is live now. Just go to the LasVegasMarket.com website, and in the search box, enter preview guide, and it will return the result to be able to flip through that particular resource. And now a few resources to help you have a comfortable visit while you're here, that you know where to go and what to look for. And it all starts in our expo. The shuttle buses will drop you off near the expo. That's where our coat and bag check will be located. And of course, that service is complimentary. Should you need the use of a scooter or a wheelchair, Scooter Bug is also located in the expo. ATMs are located in the expo, the first floor lobby of buildings A, B, and C, and also the food courts that are located on the 5th and 7th floors of building C. Then there's our business centers. So if you're looking for internet, a phone, copying, printing, shipping, business supplies, you'll find the business centers on the 3rd floor of building B or the 11th floor of building C. Unfortunately, children under 12 are not permitted, nor are strollers during market. So we'll please ask you to plan accordingly. And also this market, again, in the interest of being able to capably manage physical distancing, unfortunately, buyer lounges will not be available this market. However, there will be seating in the socially distanced seating, in the food court areas, in some of the escalator, elevator lobbies, as well as in the center courtyard. Or you can always go to one of your favorite showrooms and test out the furniture there and take a load off. I'm sure they'd love to see you. And next, here are our food options during market. You'll see that there's options in each of the buildings. Special attention for the outdoor courtyard, where there will be all sorts of food trucks set up. Also the, again, food court on the 5th floor of building C and the 7th floor of building C. And again, a heads up, in the interest of your health and safety, all of our food will be prepackaged, single-use utensils only, and that none of the items will be self-service. They'll all be served to you by an attendant, all to mitigate any potential exposure. And on the first floor of Building A is Old Soul, if you're looking for a full-service dining option. Here's a picture of Old Soul and my own editorial. It's wonderful and delicious. That's the first floor of Building A here on our campus. And if you are looking for breakfast before market, dinner once market's over, we find this to be a really helpful and up-to-date resource on the LasVegasSun.com, listing which restaurants are open around Las Vegas. It's a very, very, very extensive list. There's something for everyone. And you'll also want to consider, if you are interested in meal delivery, having your dinner delivered directly to your hotel. Uber Eats, Grubhub, and Instacart are all options that are up and running in Las Vegas as the city. This market, we are anticipating more than other markets that people will be driving in from surrounding areas, or perhaps renting a car if they are flying in through the airport. So here are parking options. The first is our self-parking garage, that green box. Nearly 4,000 parking spots there, but I would caution you that it does tend to fill up pretty quickly. But the great news is that this market, for the first time ever, we have North Lot self-parking. So for the first time ever, this is where our temporary pavilions had been. Since they're no longer there, it is now a parking lot where you are able to park for free, and that alone has increased our parking capacity by over 20%. Once that is full, there are overflow parking areas. It's that brown and gray box. They're on the map. So for a small fee, you're able to leave your car there, relative proximity to market. And finally, I'd call your attention to, should you decide to use Uber or Lyft, the drop-off area is just north of our buildings. That orange square is where our Lyft and Uber pickup and drop-off location will be. And for those of you who do decide to use the shuttles, we certainly have measures in place for frequent cleaning, for socially distanced seating. We do require masks at all times while you are on the shuttles. And I'd call your attention that there have been some adjustments to this shuttle schedule. So you'll want to pay close attention depending on where you booked your hotel, where your shuttle route is, pickup and drop off location. There are 3 routes that travel to the downtown hotels, and another 3 shuttle routes that run to the strip located hotels. So again, pay special attention because there have been some adjustments to this schedule. You might also look on our app or on our Las Vegas Market website, because there is a real-time shuttle locator that you are able to click into the link and see where on the route the shuttle is driving, so that way you don't miss the bus. So definitely utilize the real-time shuttle locator. And should you decide to leave market, from market directly to the airport, you can bring your luggage and check it for free in the coat and luggage check located in the Expo Center. Then you're able to purchase a one-way ticket for $9. It goes directly from World Market Center to McCarran Airport. The airport shuttle ticket desk is where you'll be able to purchase those tickets, learn what times of day it leaves, and that's in the Building C lobby. and this magical phone number. Once you're on market, if you have any questions that we haven't addressed here, please jot down this phone number. This is the phone number that our team calls when we have questions. It will come in such handy, so just please be sure to write it down, save it in your phone. No matter what sorts of questions you have, they fielded them all and they will be able to help you. If you don't have your pen and paper, grab it real quick. I'll read it out loud. 702-599-9621. That will be a helpful phone number, again, once you arrive to market, to field any sort of question that you may have. And finally, Las Vegas Market is more than just the couple times a year, the 5 days a week that we host market. Las Vegas Market lives and breathes all year round, and so we just can't encourage you enough to stay connected year round for resources, news, tips, trends, and all the very latest. So please find us on social, again, for news and trends and all of the latest. Our LinkedIn page in particular was just new as of several weeks ago. So a brand new resource and another place for you to connect and engage. Our market snapshot is another really great way of scouting and discovering, exploring products that you might not otherwise see when you are on the trade show floor. So here each week you can go on our website or on our social media pages, and here we've compiled the latest product introductions, best sellers, notable lines, the latest highlights, that again, you'll be able to see the latest and greatest product introductions all year round from our various showrooms. It's a really fabulous resource. And here is our Las Vegas Design Center. So this is a couple hundred resources across more than 30 showrooms. It's the first 2 floors of Building A, and it's open year-round, Monday through Friday. You are welcome to come shop here any weekday. And if you are in town, if business or pleasure brings you to Las Vegas and you're interested in seeing showrooms outside the Las Vegas Design Center, we very much encourage you to call in advance for showroom availability and to set an appointment to be sure that that resource will be open and available for you. And another new fabulous resource that was newly introduced in January is our ShopZeo platform. This is our B2B digital marketplace for product discovery and placing wholesale orders. There's a couple different ways to access it. You are able to go to shopzeo.com and create an account to get started right away. This resource is also linked on our exhibitor directory. We have nearly 100 showrooms that are fully integrated on this platform, and that number is growing exponentially every day. So if you do, if you're on the Las Vegas Market exhibitor directory, you'll want to keep an eye out for that orange box at the bottom right that says Order on ShopZeo, and that's how you know that that showroom is available to shop and explore the products in a digital manner. And with that, we hope that you have such a productive and fabulous experience this market that you'll mark your calendars and be sure to come back for our next market. It's Sunday, January 24th to Thursday, January 28th. We are planning for and anticipating that we will have a full and robust temporary presentation for you. We are hoping for a full roster of events and networking, and hopefully all of our businesses are more back to normal at that time. So please mark your calendars for the end of January. And again, with feedback or questions, we'd be pleased to field those. If you're interested, for service, whatever questions you have, please reach us at buyers@imcenters.com, or go ahead and enter your questions in the chat box here. And Kim and Sarah will turn it over to you for what questions we can field from the audience, please.
Thank you, Sarah. At this time, we don't seem to have any questions from those that are viewing either on Facebook or live via Zoom. Again, if you do have questions, we always are available, and you can reach us at buyers@imcenters.com.
Very good. We sure appreciate everybody's time and attention today. We've really conscientiously thought through how it is that we can safely welcome you here in a few short weeks, and just sincerely wish you a safe and productive trip. Very best wishes, and thanks again for your time.